Hi, my name's Derek. I'm here with Rock Hard Shenanigans, and I'm doing an unboxing video for Trango climbing holds. I got a bunch of boxes here. You're gonna realize that most of these are the same color. I got to hand pick them. I'm just going to be showing you the style in which some of these holds are. I just didn't want you to judge the fact that I'm getting a lot of blue holds. That's by my own design. That's what I wanted. But Trango does factory second holds. Usually they give you a list of colors. You know, like you can buy, let's say like 20 or 30 pounds of like white holds, or you know, something along those lines. And that's basically what I ended up doing. That's nice. This is my first hold. This one's black. Nice in cut. Good sloper half if you're to flip it upside down. Now most of these are going to be relatively big too. I needed larger holds for my gym. Wow, this is cool. That's some neat texture. It's on the face. Now these are all factory seconds, if you didn't catch that. This is a big hand jug. Could be nice for a dyno. Those two are quite awesome. Oh boy. Oh, check that one out. Some of these are a lot larger than what I had pictured from the photos, but this is so awesome. These have some multiple designs. You can kind of slightly use it. Feels like an outdoorsy feel to them a little bit, like some of the ledges that you can get. This half is just a Mondo jug on the top of this. So far I've noticed every one of their set screws that they have on them are relatively really good, which is nice, and they have their own little metal backing inside of them so you can't pull through your climbing hold itself. They all look really good for factory seconds. I don't see like any big deviations or big mistakes with the climbing holds themselves. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got this kind of real cool curve coming into this like bucket. Almost seems like you want it more like a side pull. And dishes out kind of weird. I bet if you were to flip it a little bit, yeah, you could. A lot of these holds are really nice. Like it feels very positive in certain directions, but if you turn them just a little bit, you can create a very hard hold to use, which I love. Like I love having two different styles you can utilize, like having a giant jug, but then turning it and having almost nothing. So you can utilize a huge hold in a couple different ways. These are really nice. So I'm gonna set these ones down. I got 4 boxes here. These are awesome. Those are so cool. Let's do this box. I'm gonna save the biggest box for last, which hopefully is exciting for you guys. Yeah, if you want to order from them, you can go on to trango.com. Right off of Google, you can just Google search them. Say I'm not sponsored through them. I'm just doing my own video. Okay, see now here's where you can see it's a used climbing hold, already has chalk all over it. You know, it might be kind of missing a little bit of texture. You can feel it's been used a little bit and re-washed, but still a really good hold though. It has a nice ledge, same thing. Flip it upside down, you have a beautiful sloper, especially on maybe a flat wall, or even compressing maybe on a little bit of an overhang. I don't think it'd be anything too crazy you could get engaged onto. Like you couldn't probably get it on like over like a 45-degree angle or anything, but hey, that's looking cool. Same thing, these ones seem like they're a little more used than the others. I could see some wear from like shoe rubber, which is fine with me. I have my own home gym, it just goes in my garage. But this is pretty cool. Looks like something I could even use up on the ceiling. It's just a really big pinch you could pull into, maybe even dyno into. But I'm loving the work that's gone into a lot of these holds. Like they're very well designed. I love like the streamlined design textures that's on them and waves. Like these are very awesome. Oh boy, here's a big one. Okay. Holy Jesus. That right there has probably got to be like almost a 10-pound hold. Wow, and this one doesn't even seem like it's been used. Same thing, it must be from around the same line from a couple of these. But I love the little textures up on the tops for if, like I said, if you wanted to flip it from a jug to something you have to actually utilize. There's some small things that are here. Oh, that is nice. They all feel very solid too. Like none of them, I've had other holds that some companies make where they'll put like a 4-cross underneath, and some of them will have some bend to them, and it makes it harder for like your walls, because when you put them on, they'll kind of flex when you're grabbing them, and it eats away at your wall itself, like takes the texture off and stuff. Makes it hard for the hold to stay in place too, and for you to get a good like hold on them. But all these have been very solid. This one's a little heavier. But yeah, if you go to order from them, their team was very helpful. They will show you your shipping costs. They can show you, different images, pictures, depending on what your needs are, what you're looking for, what you're looking to spend. But for this is the least amount of money that I've spent per hold buying factory seconds so far. But I got a good deal right now. They're working on a new web design for their climbing holds, like their seconds, like selling them. And they're using me kind of as a test dummy to try out their new buying system. So I got a cheaper deal on some of these holds, but I think even at regular price, I might have gotten more holds per volume either way compared to some other climbing holds that I've bought. But this is really cool. Again, loving the fact that this is just a terrible sloper. A couple small features maybe you could utilize. And then this humongous dish. Yeah, like that is so nice. These holds are like, they feel really good. Like even the texture itself, it's not as aggressive as like, let's say, not Escape, yeah, as Escape's holds, sorry. Some of theirs are like, the texture's way grippier. This is a little more fine grained compared to them, but it feels really good. Like, I feel like this would, it's not going to eat your hands up. You could play around on these for quite a while and it wouldn't really hurt you at all. But you still have enough texture to really hold on to these guys. Should check this one out here. This is cool. We got a nice pocket in here. Good dish on the inside. If flipped over yet again, you could utilize maybe the underside of here or some small pockets that are coming around. It's really nice. I'm really loving these holds. As you can see, we're coming into all the extra blues that I have picked out. That's pretty nice. Just one slender ledge. It's not very in cut. It's not like, you know, it's kind of like a little bit of a sloper edge itself. Like it's not like you're cupping your fingers behind it. It's more streamlined. Feels good. Oh, and purple hold here. That feels like a nice rounded sloper too. Kind of like a fatter grip on it too. I've noticed with a couple of these, they feel like whoever designed them wanted more of an open hand grip. Like it's not like you're crimping down on a small hold where you can get a lot of leverage. It's like a little bit fatter of a hold when you're grabbing onto some of these. Like you're gonna have to utilize more of a sloper style to grabbing these holds, which I really like. I love slopers. I think it makes for good training, and it makes for like a different style of hold that you're going to be utilizing. Just a second as I move these. We're going to need a little bit of room because here comes the big box. Oh boy. Package these really nice too. Like every one of them has bubble wrap around them and some type of loose cardboard wrapped around every single one of the holds to protect them on the way here, which is super nice. Here's another one of these fine sloper edges. This one isn't as positive, which is really nice. Like I love the variety. Like I said, I love a bunch of slopers and stuff. I'd hate it if I had a lot of just really flat edges to play with. So I'm glad I have a certain style. This is cool. Like how I said, they have made a lot of fatter holds for your hands to grip onto. This thing is like almost 2 inches thick. When you're going to grab this, you're hitting it with almost the tip of your fingers and the back of your palm, making it more of a sloper compression, which is really cool. Again, I love the sleek design to those. Looks like there's one more. This one's less of a jug. So it seems like I have a nice categorized set where I can make maybe a climb or, a couple climbs out of the same styles that I received, which is really cool to me. Here we go. Here's a nice dual texture. This could have multiple capabilities. This thing looks so good. Yeah, it's hard to believe that these are factory seconds that I got here. Like, this looks like a brand new hold to me with a little bit of chalk on it. It still feels like great texture, no wear and tear, no shoe marks on this thing, no scuffs. Like, it's light. But I bet you could do some nice things with this. Maybe, I don't know if it's big enough. If I had a flat wall, I bet you could compress up and maybe mantle up on top of one of these. But this is sleek. I don't think I've seen a lot of dual texture that has a shine like this. Like, this is glossy. It's fancy. Oh boy, there's a hold. Holy moly, check that thing out. That is big. Oh boy, mean, look at the sheer size of some of these. I mean, it's taken up my whole chest. Obviously, you don't have to get them that big, but I believe these were their category of size 6 to 7 holds, I think, or 5 to 6. And I believe they go up to, it might have been like 8 or maybe close to 10. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on it. I only looked into it so far. I remember their hold sizes stating that from 5 to 6 was ranging from 8-inch to 14-inch holds. And that was about the style I was looking for, but this is so cool. This is just a giant Mondo jug that you could do probably so much with. And then, like I said, upside down, yeah, sure, you could have a nice underclean with it, or potentially maybe you could utilize some of this texture and try to pull off of it. Maybe if you put it at an angle like this, where this isn't as good, you could get a little ledge on some of this texture they have on there. It's cool. That's a big pinch if I were grabbing it that way. Jeez. So this feels like almost like one of the other hold that I had in black earlier. It's basically it's doppelganger. Got a second in-cut ledge. Same thing. Beautiful flat texture they use on the top. Oh boy, here's a big one. Let's see what we got here. Oh, jeez. Check that bad boy out. I love when someone makes a hold that you can utilize more than just one spot, going all the way around. If it's something, especially like you would be utilizing as a roof jug, because you can come into it from multiple angles and change course of direction with them, which I think is so fun. You know, like you could take it from a giant handle that you could dyno off of, or turn it and make it less good. You know, yeah, this is still great, but there's just so much more potential than just using only one spot on one side of the hole, which is super cool. Oh boy, here's the last hold. Hopefully you guys like this one. Dual texture, giant, I would like to say pinch, but you're not going to get a cross tip. They have this little lip down the center of it where you can get your thumbs to try and pinch on this dual texture together and hold on to this hold, which is super cool. I almost wish they would have put little spots like to grab with your thumb. That would have been neat. I mean, it's still really cool. I'm sure it was meant to be this way so that you'd more ledge it than pinch it, but who knows? It still feels nice. But still, it would have been cool. Could have put some dots along the, like, the little slanted edge where if you hit it just perfect, you could hit a thumb catch in there and have just that small area of texture. If you miss it, then obviously you could pop. It'd be neat. But those are the holds that I got. Let me show you here a little rundown. So we got all these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 holds. All crazy big. Super awesome. And if you guys are interested, you can message me and I will explain to you on what the cost was for myself in comparison to the cost from other companies that I've bought from. Or could suggest other companies if need be. But like I said, this is Rock Hard Shenanigans. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing video from Trango, and I hope to put up some videos climbing on these soon. All right, thank you for watching my video. Hopefully you subscribe. Thank you.